Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home. Well, not the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, I'm wearing Lightning stuff today. That's it because my wife, Mrs. Ice, her hockey team is on the verge of winning the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. So her and my in-laws, her side of the family, are very, very excited. Me and her are actually going to go out to Bucketheads tonight and watch the game and hopefully watch them win. Now, I'm a Blue Jacket fan, but, you know, I'm a smart guy. I'm going to support my wife's team. So, if you guys are out of Bucketheads, check us out. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,234 subscribers. That is awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Like I always say, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. We're also doing super chats, as always. That is exclusively in the YouTube channel. So if you guys are watching on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, and you want to donate, support what I'm doing, go to the YouTube channel and you can give me a super chat and I'll pop it up. And that just helps me out. Rand, what's up, buddy? Now, this show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys, let's get into this. What a July 4th weekend for the Cincinnati Reds. First of all, I hope you guys had a great July 4th yesterday, hanging out with your family and friends, playing some cornhole, shooting some fireworks off, you know, enjoying the birthday of this great country we live in. I had a blast. It was so much fun. Plus, it was fun watching the Reds sweep the Cubbies. That was awesome. The Reds have swept every team in the NL Central for the first time since 2012. The last time they did it before 2012 was 1995. Both times they've done it, they've went to the playoffs. So, I'm not saying they're going to the playoffs, but that's a good sign. They're 7 games out right now. The Boozers finally lost a game, which is good. I think they won like 10 in a row. The bullpen. And I have banged and banged and banged on the Reds bullpen. I got to give it to them. I won't say they pitched great because Armin Garrett last night was kind of scary, really scary, but he got the job done. They have pitched 10 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. That's awesome. I don't care how you slice it, how you get it done. They're getting it done. They are on the verge of, I don't say not on the verge, but they're very close to getting back into this. They're in second place. They're 7 games out. They're 43-40 right now. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. And like I said, the Boozers finally lost the game, so that helps. So they actually gained a game on the Boozers, so we're 7 out. They take on the Royals tonight. Now let's get to this graphic I got here real quick. I see the comments are blowing up. I'll get to you guys in a second. But they're taking on the Royals tonight. Vladimir Gutierrez, Guti, is taking on Mike Minor. Gutierrez is 3-3 with a 4.93 ERA. Minor is 6-6 with a 5.33 ERA. Now look at this schedule here. This is going up to the All-Star break and a little past it. I hate to say it, and I hate when people say this, but seriously, this is a make or break stretch for the Reds. Kansas City, I know we've won 4 in a row. We should sweep them. We should at least win 2 out of 3. We've got to win 2 out of 3. Then we take on the Boozers before the All-Star break and after the All-Star break. If you can win all 3 of these series, like, okay, if we win the Kansas City series and the Milwaukee series, we could be 3 games, 2 games out of first place going into the All-Star break. And then you come out of the All-Star break and you got the Boozers again. I mean, if this next stretch, the Reds could, and they have every opportunity to do it, to take over first place. Now, if the Reds are 3, 4 games out of first place by the All-Star break, I'm not so confident that the ownership is going to go do something, but I'm praying to God that they do, because they are really going to need to. Because this is a huge stretch. Huge stretch. And it could, I mean, like I said, it could be a make or break. I mean, if we don't win these series, we could be out of it, because we're already 7 games out. We really don't want to go any farther back. We don't want to be 10 or 11 games, you know, and that it could be over. You know, you got to get it by the All-Star. You got to get it in within 4. So if they can sweep Kansas City, that'd be great. Win the series against the Boozers, roll into the All-Star game, 3 games out, we got a shot. All right, let's get into the chat. You guys are blowing it up. All right, let's see here. Ren, I see you said what's up earlier. What's up, Ren? I think you're new to the show. Welcome to the show. You say what is my favorite sport? That's a good question. When I was growing up, it was baseball. I love the Reds. And then when the Bengals finally started doing good again in the early 2000s, it was probably the Bengals. And then my son started playing hockey. So then I really started liking hockey. And I love college basketball. So I don't really know. That's a long-winded answer, Ren. I don't have one. I love all of them. I love my Reds. I love my Bengals. And I love my Bearcats. And like I said, my hockey team is the Blue Jackets, even though I'm wearing Lightning stuff, but that's because of my beautiful wife. Let's see here. Crown. Did you see what the Blue Jackets did? I did not. I've been on, like I said, on vacation, and I really haven't been keeping up that much with the Blue Jackets, and it's kind of hard down here. So no, I have not. But if you can enlighten me, Crown, I would appreciate it. Did you call them the Boozers? Yes, I did. You are definitely new to the show, because I got the Boozers, I got the Tweety Birds. I don't have one for the Cubs yet. I'm working on a nickname for the Cubs. I haven't figured one out for them yet. And then for football, you got the Ratbirds, you got the Clowns, and you got the Squealers. So yes, I have nicknames for all the teams we have rivalries with in our divisions. What's up, Natty? What's going on, brother? Do I hate the Brewers? I don't. Hate's a strong word. I don't really. I mean, they're not the Reds. They're in our division. I root against them. I don't hate them. I don't root for them. So, like I said, hate's a strong word. I dislike them because they're winning a lot right now, and I think the Reds got a chance to get back in this. Which that brings me to the comebacks that this team has had, and how much fun it is to watch this team. I know it's frustrating as crap. I mean, Lance McAllister were talking about this on Friday's show. This team is so frustrating because if they had a bullpen, we could be in first place. There's so many games that we've lost because of the bullpen, and there's so many games that they've won because they've come back. I mean, look at this. The Boozers have come back 23 times. The Reds have come back 21 times. Those are things that you need to have, that has to happen to have a championship baseball season. You got to be in every game. You can't get blown out. Yes, there have been a couple games where they gotten blown up, but not most of them. Most time they come to the park, they expect to win. The fans expect them to win. That's what's so frustrating with me with the bullpen, which I give credit. The bullpen has pitched really, really good here lately. And they did this when the Reds went on that 7-game streak right before I went on vacation. So maybe it's me. Maybe I should just not go on vacation. When I was here, they won 7 in a row. Then I went on vacation for a week, and they didn't do so hot. And now I'm back, and now they've won 4 in a row. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a good luck charm. Probably not. But it's still cool that they've won. Oh, yes, Crown. Yes, I did. Yes, sorry. Yep, I did hear about that. So, yes, my condolences to his family. I did hear about that. All right, Natty, what do you got here? All right, the Bengals and Reds seem to have a lot in common. How so, Natty? I mean, the both I think will be competitive. Like I said, I said this with Lance on Friday. The problem I have with the Reds is there was 2 big holes in this team in the offseason. And now the bullpen is worse than I thought it was going to be. I actually thought the bullpen was going to be halfway decent. Garrett not pitching good at all has really hurt this bullpen. And Michael Lorenzen, he not being in there has hurt. But we had good news that Joe Damon just tweeted this out right before I went on the air, that David Bell on Michael Lorenzen in AAA. He'll pitch tomorrow and Thursday. Best case, he could join the Reds this weekend. And like I said, this weekend, we're playing the Boozers. So if we could add Michael Lorenzen to our bullpen, and he's Michael Lorenzen of old, that's going to be a huge shot in the arm. I would love to find out when TJ Anton or Lucas Sims is coming back, because those are two big ones. Terry, what's going on, my man? All right, let's see here. I'm not normally a pessimist, but we had this level of excitement for the Reds before, just to have them lose the next 6 or 7 games. Yeah, I know. This team has yet to be consistent, but I hope things change. Terry, I know. And that's been the biggest problem with this team. And the reason, my opinion, that they are inconsistent is because of the bullpen, because they cannot get any consistency out of that bullpen. You know, they had 10 and 1/3 inning of scoreless baseball, but before that, they weren't pitching that good. Like in the Padres series, we could have won. Every time we played the Padres, we could have at least split with them in both series. At least the bullpen blew at least 2 or 3 of those games. So that is, to me, that is the reason this team is not consistent. I mean, our defense, it's better than it has been. I think having Farmer at shortstop has helped. But they still make too many errors. And I don't know if you can fix that, to be honest. You can fix the bullpen. So at this point, we're kind of stuck with the defense the way it is. Bullpen you can do something about. But Terry, that to my point, that's the reason, in my opinion, that they are so streaky. Because, like I said, most of the games, I'm not saying every game, but especially here lately, most of the games that they've lost, it's because the bullpen can't hold the lead or can't keep it close enough, you know, for the Reds to come back. All right, let's see here. All right, Natty, you're answering your question of the Bengals. All right, let's get up to your first question so everybody remembers. Okay. Your first question or first statement was the Bengals and Reds seem to have a lot in common. And I asked, what do you mean by that? And you said a lack of moves from ownership. Now, I have a hard time agreeing with that with the Bengals. The Bengals have done a ton in the last 2 years. You know, they've made more moves than they've ever made in the entire existence of the franchise. And what takes me off the Reds, Natty, is the last 2 years ago and the year before that, they made moves in the offseason to try to make this team better. This past offseason, they didn't. And that's where I'm like, and I've said this before, this is why I get so frustrated with this team is you can't just instantly go, okay, we're going to win this year. It doesn't work like that. The Reds started making moves 3 years ago when they got Puig and Sonny Gray and these guys. That was the beginning of them creating a championship team. Last year, they had all, probably everything you'd want, but the offense just wasn't there for some reason last year. It was a crazy season. So this year, you had basically the same team except a worse bullpen, which we had a really good bullpen last year and a really good starting pitching staff. That's the problem where they didn't make some moves this year. Now, the Bengals, like I said, they've made a lot of moves. A lot. So because there's a lot of holes. Yeah, they can still make more moves. So I don't totally agree with you on that. Okay, let's see here. Tommy, what's going on, brother? Happy 4th. Lorenzen coming back will help a lot. Yes. Yes, it will. And you can't wait for Anton to get back. Me neither. Anton has been our most consistent reliever. I mean, he has. And I thought he'd be back by now. So that's making me a little bit more worried of why he's not, because it didn't sound like he was going to be gone that long. But he was on the disabled list, I think, before I went on vacation, and he's still on there. So we'll see. Royal Flush Terry. The Bengals have made moves over the past 3 seasons. The results are what they are. And there are several factors in their losses. The Bengals ownership has done better at Paul Brown Stadium. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, like I said, 3 years ago, And the year before that, 2 years ago, the Reds did stuff in the offseason. This past offseason is the first time they haven't done anything in 3 years. And that's, I don't get it. I mean, Kogo lost money, but he's making money. Did you see the games this weekend? GMBP was sold out. I know there's a lot of Cubbies fans there, but there were a ton of Reds fans there. They were sold out. So this city is into this team. That's where I'm hoping Bob is smart and going to capitalize on this, because you get to July 27th, as I knock my notes over, you get to July 27th when training camp starts. If this team is 10, 11, 12 games out, people are going to start not paying attention. They're going to start worrying about the Bengals more. So that's where Bob Castellini, in my opinion, has to be smart and go get some help, which, like Lance said Friday, in the offseason, they could have done it with just money. Went and signed some guys. Now they have to do it with assets, which that kind of hurts your franchise in the long run. Like Gutierrez, or Alberto Lopez. He's probably our best trading piece we have. He's young. He can hit. He can play third base. I think he can play second. For teams that are out of it and looking for a young, upcoming potential superstar, I don't know if he will be a superstar, but he knocks the cover off the ball every chance he's gotten so far. That probably is your best piece, trade piece, to try to get some relief help. Now, Lorenzen's coming back. Oh man, I always forget his name. Holman, he's coming back. If we get Anton and Sims back, you add one more to that, you got a pretty stellar bullpen if they all pitch like we think they can. So we'll see what happens. All right, Natty, what else you got? Thoughts on the NBA matchup between the Bucks and the Suns? Wow. I really honestly don't watch the NBA that much. Natty, I used to love the NBA. I did. I loved the NBA back in the 80s and early 90s. I have a hard time getting into it. I honestly, I will probably watch this matchup more. I will probably be rooting for the Suns, to be honest. So I will watch. So I have watched a little bit of it, not a ton. That's why I kind of can't talk on it too much. But the Suns have Chris Paul, and Chris Paul is going to be the crowd favorite. It's taken him forever to get to the NBA Finals, so I'll probably lean toward the Suns. But if the Bucks get it, that's awesome. That'll be the first time they've won it since, I think, 73. That's when the Big O and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar were there. So, and the Suns have never won it. So either you're going to have a team who's never won it finally win it, or a team who hasn't won it in before I was born, in almost 50 years. So that's going to be pretty cool. But I'll probably be watching some of it. But right now I'm so into watching the Reds. They're on every night. I'm going to watch the Reds. Like I said, we're going to Bucketheads. We're going to have a TV with the Lightning on. There's going to be a TV with the Reds game on because I'm going to watch both. I'll be telling you that right now. All right, let's see here. Who's next? Ren, you're blown up. Welcome to the show, man. I hope the Bengals know what they are doing and not throwing stuff together. I actually think they have a plan, and they stuck to it. Their plan, they wanted to get Chase, and their plan was to get Reef at right tackle, and they had Carmen Jackson. That's who they had slotted because they were looking for a guard. So I like their plan, and they've executed, because last year with the offensive line, they didn't have a plan. Their plan was to pray and hope that the swing gate Bobby Hart would be good, and Michael Jordan would be good, and all these other guys would be good, and that Turner would be a really good offensive line coach. Well, none of that worked. So that wasn't really a plan to me. This year, it seems like they have a plan. Unless you got Joe Burrow, but you needed to protect your asset, and they didn't do that. This year they did. No, they didn't go out and get Penei Sewell or any of these other high-priced free agents. But that's the thing, is you don't need an all-pro at every offensive position. You just need a good offensive line that works cohesively together. And I think the Bengals have a good shot at doing that. So I like their plan. I think they have a shot of being good. I mean, Rand, I think you're new to the show. My prediction is 11-6, and you're gonna call me crazy. But if I'm right, it's gonna be so awesome. Which I probably won't be, but who cares? It's just a prediction. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. But I really do think they have a shot at being a very good team, possible wild card. I really do. Tom, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Terry, all right, let's see. Hoffman, that's his name. Yeah, I don't know why I always forget about Hoffman. Yes, Hoffman will become a long reliever, which Santillan, he's probably going to come back too. The kid they shut down, he's probably coming back, and then that bullpen too. So we got pieces coming back to the bullpen. So the bullpen might get even better. Sorry, let me finish reading your comment here. Hoffman will become a long reliever, which currently is an empty spot in the bullpen. The potential is there to take the Central. Plus, I think the Boozers team batting average will be their downfall. Terry, I agree with you. I mean, people are like, you think they're going to catch the Boozers? I mean, everybody in this division, they're a lot alike. You know, there's holes in every team. Now, the Boozers have a really good bullpen. That's the part that does scare me. But I think we have a better batting order than they do, and we can score more runs. And if our bullpen and our starting pitching can keep their offense down, we got a shot getting back in this. You got the Suns at 5. Okay. Well, that's not a bad pick, Terry, because Giannis Antetokounmpo is we don't know if he's going to play or not. So that's not a bad pick at all. I mean, like I said, I'm probably going for the Suns because of Chris Paul, but that's not a bad pick at all. Chris Booker. How about all the Kentucky fans got to be ticked off? As good as this kid is in the NBA, and he didn't play that much with the Wildcats. Woo-hoo. Who knows if they would have ran their offense around him? But they're freshmen. It's always hard to do it around freshmen. So let's see. Natty, I'm hoping the Suns get the win to get Chris Paul a ring. Yeah, me too. Me too. Hey, here's my dad. You got the Lightning 4-2 over the Canadians. Win the cup. See you at Bucketheads. Oh, you gonna come to Bucketheads too? Yeah, you can come. We'll be there. Game starts around 8:00. So, yep. Go Lightning. Tommy. My only concern offensively is depth on our O-line or our tackles. Yeah. And identity, losing identity does hurt. And I would hope that the Bengals can get a swing guy because he was good. He played guard and tackle for the Bengals. So I do have a little concern with that. I'm hoping to pick somebody up. I think they might wait till more teams cut other players and see what happens. See if they can get somebody there. Michael Brewers will cool off. That's what I've been saying. They can't keep playing at that clip. They can't, And we need Lorenzen back. Yes, I agree with you on that. We get Lorenzen. Look, after the All-Star break, we could potentially have this Santillan, Lorenzen. Hopefully Anton. If we can get Santillan and Lorenzen back, that's huge. If you can get Santillan and Lorenzen. If you can get Anton and get Sims back, that's 4 pretty good pitchers in your bullpen right there. So that could help a lot, And if Garrett can get his act together, which yesterday he still was scaring me. I'd love to know what the heck is wrong with him. Why? He said something the other day that he's scared to be himself and to talk trash because he don't hurt people's feelings and he doesn't want to get fined and suspended again, which I understand that. There's got to be a happy medium for him somewhere, to be able to be this outlandish guy. He's just got to be able to do it and not do it toward the other team, Just say it to your dugout. Turn around and say it to the outfield, whatever. You got to figure something out, I think. And hopefully we'll get him back to normal. Jaden, what's up? I think you're new. I love the Reds logo. That's awesome. Welcome to the show. Honestly, I think we have a chance to sweep the Royals. Dude, I do too. I think we have a very good chance to sweep the Royals. I mean, it's 3-game series. We're on a roll. Sweep them. Let's roll into Milwaukee and let's beat the Boozers. Tommy, defensively, my concern is Armadillo. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice to Lou. We'll see what happens. I think he's got the team and the talent that he needs to run his defense. I think he's got a shot.
You were talking about goaltender died last night.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the goaltender passed away. Yeah, that. Yeah. That was Mrs. Ice talking about the goaltender that passed away for the Blue Jackets last night. Anyway, you guys can check it out. I haven't read the whole story, so I did read a little bit on it today. That's why I'm not really talking about it. I know it happened. I just don't know the whole details. So anyway, say a prayer for his family and friends. And be careful when you do fireworks. Let's see. Michael, let's see here. Or make a move for Chapman back. He's pitching awful. Maybe we get him cheap. There's a chance that the Yankees could be they could be canning Aaron Boone because it's not going good for them at all right now. I don't see them trading us Chapman. I mean, that's the kind of guy obviously I'd love to get back. I wish we'd never let him go. Or when we did, that we just didn't flat give him away. That's basically what the Reds did. They just gave him away. So, Steve, you're in the hizzy. What's up, Steve? How's it going? Oh, my goodness. All righty. So, we got the Reds tonight, 8-10 against Kansas City. Like I said, it's a very big series. The biggest reason is the big series, and I said this up top of the show. If you guys are just joining, I'll kind of rehash it here. If you look at the schedule, we got 3 games at Kansas City. Then you got 4 against Milwaukee, rolling into the All-Star break. If you can win the series on both those, you're what? 4 games out, maybe? My math isn't very good, but something like that. We're close. We're in this thing. That is huge. This is the biggest part of the season. Biggest part of the stretch for me for the season to get back in. Here's today's lineup, too, if you guys haven't seen that. Got Jonathan India. And how good has Jonathan India been at leading off? I mean, I ever since he's led off, it's really stabilized that position and just really stabilized the lineup because it's pretty much, the same every day, pretty much. Stevenson's in there. He's got him batting fourth, which he's a rookie. He's dropping Votto down to 5th. And how good is Joey Votto right now? Joseph Daniel Votto is on one of his runs. And that's another thing that we have going good here for the Reds. Because Winker's kind of cooling off a little bit. Now, my opinion, I think this whole All-Star thing might be getting to him. And he might be gripping it a little bit too hard and trying a little bit too hard. So hopefully he can just calm down, relax, and get back to this. But luckily, Votto is killing it right now. And I don't know about you guys. I'm so happy to see Votto hit. I have not seen him one time do that stupid half swing. He's seeing the ball and is swinging, trying to hit it as hard as he can somewhere. I wish he had done that a couple years ago because he just can't do the same stuff he used to do. He just can't. It's just natural, All right, let's see here. Oh, Michael, you're saying wishful thinking on the Chapman thing. It might be. I mean, I don't know how long Chapman's contract is. I don't even know what the Yankees will do, but it's kind of wishful thinking. But look, if we get Santillan, he's going to come back and he's going to be back up in minors. He's going to be in the bullpen. We're going to get Lorenzen back. We're getting Hoffman back. Those 3 right there are really going to help the bullpen. They are, And then, like I said, if we can get TJ Anton back and Sims back, hopefully after the All-Star break, we might have something. So that's why going to this All-Star break is crucial. We got to get in within 4 games. I think you got to get within 4, and that's doable to me because you're playing Kansas City. Hopefully, worst case for me is you win the series. Best case, you sweep it. It's 3 games. You can do it, The Reds can do it. Terry. All right. getting back to Bengals conversation. I'm kind of flipping back and forth. Like I said, when it's days like this, you guys run the show. Your comments kind of run the show, so I try to bounce back and forth as much as I can because I appreciate you guys taking the time to comment, watch my show, subscribe to my channel, and always I have super chats going on in the YouTube channel. So if you guys want to support what I'm doing, you can give me a super chat in the channel and I'll pop you up first. All right, let's see the Terry here. The Bengals have a couple of hidden gems on defense. Darius Phillips, yep, I agree with you. Akeem, I know who you're talking about. Kareem. Khalid Kareem. There you go. Will be a pleasant surprise for Houday Nation. I hope you're right, dude. Darius Phillips is one to me that can be a really good player because we've talked about this. And I'm 99% sure I'm right on this. When the Bengals played the Ratbirds the first time, pretty sure Darius Phillips was on Lamar Jackson, and that's why Lamar didn't run very much on us. I think Darius shut him down as far as that guy. Now, the Ravens ran on us with their running backs. So Darius Phillips, I think, is a very good player. I would really like to see him get a shot at the punt return. I know we got Chris Evans and we got Puka Williams and people like to say about Darius Phillips, no joke. Now, he's been injured, so that might be why you don't take a chance on that. He's more valuable at DB for us. So we'll see what happens. But yes, Terry, I agree with you on both those. Both those guys, I think, can and will have a very good season for the Bengals this year. The Bengals, and that's the thing. The Bengals are going to do what I'm predicting them to do. You got to have a season. You got to have what's happening with the Reds. People, no matter what, people are going to get injured. You're going to have other guys step up. And things are going to have to start bouncing your way. And that's what's happening with the Reds this year. And that's why I'm saying you can't always pick when you win. It's working out for the Reds this year. That's why they got to go for it. And that's where things like that have to happen for the Bengals for them to win this year. We got the offense. I'm not worried about that. The defense has got to step up and play very, very good for us. All right. Steve. Let's see here. Everything this month is massive. It will determine whether we buy or sell. Yep. We need 3 or 4 sweeps over the Brewers for sure. Yeah, it is. I mean, but this part right now, this next stretch heading into the All-Star break and heading out of it is huge. It is. It is. This is the season to me. And it's put up or shut up time for the Reds. The Reds, the bullpen has got to step up and keep doing what they're doing. They can't fall back into when we were 1-7 in a row. Our bullpen was good. Then we struggled for about 10 games. That's where, I mean, look, we went and won 7 in a row, got within 2 games of first place. Then we struggled and dropped down to 7 games out again. So, and now the Boozers had not won 10 in a row. It would be closer. But unfortunately, they went on a streak too. So, yes, very big month, very big, just 2 weeks here. Beginning of All-Star break, at the All-Star break. Michael, the Royals are a slight favorite tonight. Really? Huh? That's kind of surprising. But they are home. And I'll tell you, that's if the Reds had a bullpen, probably wouldn't be favored. But, I mean, Mike Minter is a pretty good pitcher, too, for them. I mean, he's got 6-6. He's 6-6 with a 5.33 ERA. But he's not a bad pitcher. So, yes, I can see that and they're home. So, slight. We'll see. India has been pretty good defensively, too. Yes. And if you listen to – I listened to the game on the radio yesterday. Jeff Brantley, the Cowboy, raved about how Jonathan India turned that big double play yesterday and how quick he turned it. And he really hasn't been a second baseman except for this year. Not a lot. So, Terry, the Brewers played – excuse me. Sorry, I cussed. The Boozers played the Mets in New York for the next 3 games. That's good. A sweep of the Royals and the Mets sweep makes for good theater when we roll into Milwaukee after the Bucks lose the first 3 games. There you go, Terry. I like where your head's at, brother. That sounds good to me. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's see here. Hold on a second here. Where you guys at? All right. You guys are blowing the chat up. I appreciate it. Michael, I like the show. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the show. I try to do stuff people like, so you can tell your friends, tell your neighbors. You're on Facebook. Go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice, and please subscribe. Give me a subscription on there. I would greatly appreciate it. Steve, if we're buyers to try to make a run, who's out there that's attainable for the Reds? That's a very good question. And I honestly don't know. Because right now, the asking price is super high. So that's why they're probably going to have to wait till after the All-Star break and get the asking price lower, because I don't think the Reds – oh, trust me. If the Reds want to give up Hunter Green or Nick Lodolo, yeah, we can get somebody. I'm not doing that. But that's probably who they're asking for, to be honest, for whatever relief pitcher you want out there. I know there's a guy, I think Ian Kennedy, I think that's his name, from Texas. He might be available. There's a couple guys out there, but to be honest, I don't really know who's out there and what the Reds and what they're asking for. That's the biggest thing. Tommy, back to the Bengals. Run defense will be better for the Bengals. Absolutely. That's where drafting Big Daddy Bayou, Tyler Shelvin, I got to add that part, and signing Ogunjobi will come in. Yeah. Well, like I said, Tommy, we got 4 guys. Big Daddy Bayou, Tyler Shelvin, Mike Daniels, and DJ Reader. We have 4 guys. So if they're all healthy, the Bengals are going to have a very good shot at stopping the run. That is for sure. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's the problem. There's not much available. I agree. And that's what's good. Again, we're going back to the Reds and their bullpen. That's what's good about having Santillan coming. He'll come back up, and he's going to be in the bullpen because he's pitching in the bullpen for the Reds and the minors. Getting Lorenzen back, those 2 right there are going to help out a lot. And like I said, if you get Anton, when you get Anton and Sims back, we could have a better than expected. We could have the best bullpen we've had all year. Could. Steve. Well, in the case of the Bengals, health has been a massive issue. Yes, it has. Saw an article a couple of days ago showing how we are one of the most injured teams, and it's a consistent issue. Yeah, I agree with you. It has been a very consistent issue the last couple of years, and I don't know why. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that other than the odds are in our favor this year to not be injured, But I do agree with you. The Bengals have been injured. Oh man, look at last year. They got injured a ton last year. And if that happens again this year, it's going to be hard. But I mean, they're deep enough where they can. This year they're deep enough where they can handle some. Last year they really couldn't handle any. They really couldn't handle any injuries. This year they can handle some. We're still not that deep, and that's what they still have to work on the next couple of years. But they will be working on it, but I just hope we won't get that injured. Jaden. Okay, I think it's back to the Reds. I feel like we either have good winning streaks or terrible losing streaks. Yeah, and that's the thing with this team this year. It's been all up and down, up and down. It's been a roller coaster ride. And a lot of it, if you look back, in my opinion, is the bullpen. Yes, there's been games where we haven't been able to score. Not very many. And there's been games where our defense has kind of let us down. But the consistent thing that's let us down the most, that's led to this inconsistency, is the bullpen. Our starting pitching actually hasn't been that bad. It's been shaky. Honestly, our bullpen has picked up our starting pitching these last couple outings. So that's helped. And that's what has to happen when you have a championship team. Somebody falls, your teammates got to be there to pick them up. And that's been happening a lot on this team this year. A lot. Let's see here. Matthew Suarez did play great. Well, he did have an error yesterday. He did have an error. He has been playing better, but he did have an error. I can't remember if it led to a run or not. But Suarez is it's struggling. But I was hoping with him getting the game-winning hit on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I was hoping that could get him going, but I've been hoping for stuff to get him going all year. Yes, Steve, and the return of Reader is going to be huge for the Bengals. Terry, the Marlins have a couple of solid bullpen arms available if our bullpen is still an issue by the end of the month. That's true. Like I said, it depends on what they want, because the Reds do have people they can dangle out there, but like Senzel, he's injured. You got Akiyama, he's not hitting that good. You got the Punisher, not hitting all that great. There's guys that the Reds would be willing to trade that I don't know if the other teams would want, That's where Alejo Lopez, I think, might be our best guy. But we'll see. All right, Steve. Most blame our trainers, mostly based around Chris Perry sports hernia. Oh, jeez. Oh, goodness. Ren, will the Reds win tonight? I'll say yeah. I hope so. It would be great to go in 5 in a row, and there's a very good chance the way they're hitting. Well, I take that back. The last couple of games against the Cubs, they haven't hit a ton. They're all been 1-1 games, so maybe this is time where the offense explodes. We have one of those. We haven't had an offensive explosion yet, so maybe it's time. Tommy, it's going to be hard for the Reds to get really good help after the break. Yeah. What little that will be available, teams will be asking for a lot, knowing the Reds situation, maybe even asking for too much. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think Lopez is our best guy. And like I said, if you got Santiago coming back, coming back up, put him in the bullpen. You've got Lorenzen coming back. And if Anton and Reed can come back, you add one guy in that bullpen, it could be a totally, totally different bullpen. We'll see what happens. Jake, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show. You got a question for me. Got a good question for you. Who do you hate more, the Squealers or the Tweety Birds? Oh, Squealers. Squealers. By far. I mean, I can't stand the Tweety Birds either, but Squealers. And hate's a big word. I don't really like saying hate. I dislike them a lot. But yeah, but as far as baseball teams go, Tweety Birds are number one. Then it's the Cubs, which I cannot. If you guys can help me think of a silly nickname for the Cubs, the Bums. I don't know. I can't think of one for them yet. Crip Keeper, what's up, brother? Would still trade Garrett for a bag of balls. Yeah, I don't think anybody's taking Garrett off our hands right now. Yep, there you go, Chris. Keep the brooms going. Let's sweep them. I agree with you. And Tommy's answering your question too. He said, "I hate the Squealers more all day long." There you go. There you go. Jake, what is this? What would that be? Curbs? C asterisk BS. the Seba. Oh, the BSs. I don't know. Something like that. But anyway. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, I know you guys are not hockey fans. Most of you aren't. But I would encourage you, first of all, watch the Reds game because we're Reds fans. But yeah, flip it over. Watch the Lightning. Watch my wife's team. They're a fun team to watch. This Stanley Cup Finals has really been no match at all. The Canadians don't have anything. And plus, it's USA versus Canada. So there you go. Josh is the flags. Call them the flags. That can get me in trouble if I say something, if I say it too fast. So I don't know about the flags. Let's see here, Tommy. What do you got? Cubbies nicknamed the other team from Chicago. Never seen a hockey fan. Here I am. Hi. I'm a hockey fan. I love my Blue Jackets and I love my Cyclones, and they're actually going to play this year. We're actually going to get Cyclones hockey back, so that will be very, very cool to go watch them. And you guys, I'm sure people always tell me on here I should talk about FC Cincinnati. I'm really trying. I watched the end of their game Saturday night. I don't understand soccer. I have a hard time watching it. I'm sorry. I think it's boring, but I'm really trying because I would like to discuss it on here sometime, especially like right now when there's not a whole lot going on. You got the Reds, which is great, and you got FC Cincinnati. I would love to discuss it, but I just don't know enough about soccer to even speak anywhere closely intelligently about it. So I'm working on it. So if you guys are soccer fans, my apologies, but I will try to work on that. Oh, here you go. Ooh, the Scrubs. Oh, I think I like that one, Jake. The Scrubbies. There you go. All right. Ding, 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 ding. We got a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. The Chicago Cubs and my show will now be known as the Scrubs. I gotta write that down. That's awesome. I like that a lot. The Chicago Scrubs. That's cool. You guys are great. I have some of the best viewers around. I don't care what anybody says. My viewers are awesome. All right, guys, it's 6:15. I think I want to get the heck out of here. Sorry, no Jeremy D today. He's going to shoot off a ton of fireworks down there in Alabama. I think he might be setting up for that right now as we speak. So that's why he has not been on the show. Hopefully he'll be on tomorrow. We'll find out. But let me get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And as always, I appreciate every single one of them. And if you have not joined these Facebook groups and you're fans of these teams, I encourage you to join them. We got Houday Nation, which is a great, awesome Bengals group. Bengal Nation, Bengals Houday Nation, Cincinnati Bengals The Jungle. Then for all the Ohio State fans out there, we got Ohio State Bucknuts. And then for my Bearcat fans, we got Bearcat Country. Make sure you join that group. It's awesome. Bearcats are going to have an awesome football season. I think we're going to surprise people in basketball. We'll see what happens. I got the Ice Bar, which is my show page. And it's a virtual bar. I go in there, put silly memes. So we can talk crap, have fun. It's just a fun little sports page. So check that out. It's called the Ice Bar. And then you follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My Twitter handle is Jeff A. Trennepohl. That's TRENNEPOHL. And then I'm also on TikTok, and that is at Iceman90. But you can get to any of them by typing in Sports with Strawberry Ice. They all should pop up. I'll be pulling the sound off later on tonight and putting it up on the podcast. You guys can check it out on Spotify, Apple iTunes, BeanPod, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you subscribe, please. I would greatly appreciate you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast. Rate, like, review. Give me some reviews. Tell me how good I'm doing. Give me a 5-star review. I would greatly appreciate it. YouTubers, like I said, you guys are the meat and potatoes. The first thing I did was start doing videos, and you guys liked them, and I appreciate that. I went from 0 to 1,234 subscribers. That is awesome. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors to please subscribe to Sports with Strawberry Ice. And as always, let's go Reds. Let's beat the Royals. Hopefully we can sweep them. We sweep them and go Mets. Beat the Boozers. And let's go Lightning. I was going to get some yelling from my wife from upstairs or something. Let me try it again. Let's go Lightning. Still nothing. She's not even watching the show. I got her shirt on and everything. She's not even watching the show or anything. I'm trying to get a cheer going. I ain't paying attention to me. I see how she is. Whatever. So anyway, see you guys tomorrow. And as Jeremy D would say, remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati, so act like it. Houday, let's go Reds. And as always, that's just sports, baby. See ya!